Sonic High School, Chapter 25. The last chapter. Summer.
Now I'm here in Cream's room, and here you are, Shadow,
said Tails to Shadow, who were both standing there.
Do not be alarmed.
What? I do not know what to say, said Shadow to Tails, with a big worried face, like a coconut, with those 3 holes like a bowling ball. Okay. That, just a face.
No, it is okay. You are doing exactly what I knew you would be doing, and I understand why,
said Tails in a cool and not angry way to Shadow, responding,
You are here to get what Cream has, and that is the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, which is what is in your hand.
Tails, being smart, was right. Shadow was holding the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, and it was in Cream's room, in a ring.
Oh, shouted Shadow. Usually I am the one with the brain behind doing a crime. But please, explain to me how you know all this.
Well,
said Tails loudly, like a rock star.
It all started when Amy and Rogue got locked away in the detention room.
Detention zone. Everyone go to the detention zone B12. You're gonna get burned! This is gonna burn you all! Tails then sat on the windowsill and explained the whole thing that was how Amy's bracelet ended up in Cream's vagina, and why Cream has the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, and why Sonic did not come back to life when Shadow tried to use them.
Amy and Rogue were in detention, and Cream wanted to help them before they turned into starving women whose reproduction systems died because they did not have enough nutrition to create a child ever again. So Cream decided to be a good friend, like I have always been to Sonic, and she went and broke into your, Shadow's room, to steal a lockpick. She knew you would have a lockpick because you are always saying about how you do crimes in the city environs. So Cream went and broke into your room and stole a lockpick.
But how'd she get in the room? Did she use a lockpick to get in the room to steal a lockpick? Because that'd be stupid. She already got a lockpick. Why not just get a coat hanger? It's boom.
But when she was there, she also saw the Ultra Chaos Emeralds and took the white one because it looked like riches.
What a bitch.
Wow, she is a stealing bitch,
screamed Shadow to Tails' listening body. That is what I would also say. She is a stealing bitch.
What is wrong with this succubus?
Shadow stomped his feet and bothered to put his penis back now that it was small from listening to Tails talk, and not have pretend crime rescue sex with Cream.
Just wait and listen, fag nips.
God, why? Why? Fagnips, said Tails to Shadow, still a little mad at Shadow for being the asshole at Sonic's funeral, but mostly forgiving him now for doing this.
Then what happened was Cream, as a halls monitor, was able to go in the detention room because she had the power as an inside agent. She put the lockpick way up her vagina as a hiding spot, because who is going to look there even if a burglar comes to take her carried goods? What?
Even if a burglar comes to take her carried goods, even if a rapist comes to take her vagina.
She went over to Amy in a sneaking way and moving her mouth without saying the words by not making sound but still making it look like she was talking and not saying them in her head either because she was still doing it with her mouth so you could see. He told Amy to reach up her vagina.
Okay, is it still Tails? Tails talking, because this kind of hurts. And it didn't end, but okay, Tails is still talking.
Cream's vagina was so small and junior at the time because she was not in love, so when Amy stuck her hand up into Cream's vagina, her bracelet got stuck in there, and it stayed up there, and she could not get the lockpick anyway because Cream's vagina was basically like a pencil case full of peanut butter. It was too hard and small to get up, but it was good at holding things like Spider-Man. So Amy's bracelet was in there, and Cream had to leave before she became the biggest suspect ever. And Amy did not notice her bracelet was gone because she was so hungry and needing soda. And
when you're hungry, you're not looking for soda. You need sustenance like food.
And she put a new one on it when she got home anyway, so it was not like she did not notice. And then when Sonic died, Cream was wearing the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, so it did not work because the jewels have to be touching for a man to get off a wish.
The jewels have to be touching for a man to get off a wish.
Okay.
Wow, it makes so much sense and is so obvious,
said Shadow to Tails with a big eye face.
I can't believe I did not think of that first. Maybe I am so dark that it is hard to see sometimes. Ha!
Shadow laughed and blackbirds flew above outside like planes running up high with invisible legs. What? Shadow laughed and blackbirds flew above outside, like planes running up high with invisible legs. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but now we have to use them. We have to bring Sonic back to life.
Tails screamed at Shadow.
But first, we should get Amy, because she is Sonic's girlfriend, and she should be there if we are going to bring him back from hell,
shouted Shadow in an idea way. Tails and Shadow held hands and ran out the window, and then Tails flew them with his flying tails to Sonic's house, where everyone was. Even Sonic's body, of course. Tails and Shadow got there and slammed the door open like a football team, making a slammer's noise. Sports, 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 sports. How do I get people who love sports out of a sports shop? Sports, sports. Xavier Renegade Angel. It's fucking awful, but I love that show. And then they went and found Sonic's mom, who said Amy was in the other room, and Tails and Shadow went to the other room and opened that door too. Amy was inside the room watching. That's just how I hear all these fanfics in my head too, is in Xavier's voice. Watching Rouge free-fill Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. using her whopping boobs. Rouge was wearing an itty-bitty tiny baby bra that was so small like she got it from Gymboree, and her boobs were so super big, like a couple of planets, that were pretty much breaking the bra parts because they were so big. It is a rumor about the town that you can see Rouge's boobs from space.
Rouge, your boobies are out again. What are you doing? Just your boobies are out. Boobies!
I'm fucking 12 years old, I'm sorry. Said Tails to Rouge, and then Rouge and Amy looked at him.
Tails, I'm feeding Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. from my boobs. It is natural and healthy to do this,
said Rouge. Rouge's boobs were so big that it was like Tails and Shadow could not almost fit into the room with her. They were all watching the video of Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. the baby kissing that Sonic had made of them to inspire his kissing powers, because watching it made Rouge make more boob food. Oh, wait. Does she? Oh, no, she has teeth now, I think, right?
And I am watching, so I know how to do it one day,
said Amy, who still looked a little sad because Sonic died, but smiling. Cool, said Tails.
Can I try?
Tails and Shadow went over to Rouge's boobs, but by the time they got over there, this happened.
Oh, no, they are empty. Sorry.
I just imagine these huge, comically sized boobs, it's just deflating. Fantastic. Where the fuck were they? All right.
It is supposed to be for babies most of the time anyway, or if you are in love.
Duh, man, when you are in love with your woman and she is pregnant, remember, the best thing to do is also feed from her breast.
1 second, the cat's fucking up my girlfriend's Valentine's display. God damn it, you piece of shit. You fucked everything up. I gotta clean that up later. Hey, this fucking piece of shit. All right, where the fuck was I? I was somewhere in the story and reading about something. Okay, where? Yeah, or if you're in love.
Aw, man.
Aw, man, yelled Shadow to the clouds.
Next time,
said Tails, winking at Rouge and her illegally sized boobs. Their size quadruple D. That's probably not as big. Probably like quadruple like Z. Oh, God. That'd probably be a room filled with boobies. Just a big room filled with boobies.
Anyway, we are going to go bring Sonic back to life. Come on.
What?
What? No, not again, you beguilers.
Really? Beguilers?
Really? Really, though? Really? That word? That's a pretty big word for this fanfiction.
Amy screamed that almost punched one of them in the face for doing another disrespect at Sonic's Dead version. Sonic Dead! Play it now today! It's a creepypasta, I bet you it is.
Listen, woman of the night.
What? Said Shadow in a disrespecting way. Oh, like a prostitute.
Really? Really? Really?
We are for real this time. Something was messed up and it was all Cream's fault, or maybe even yours if you go back far enough in the way everything happened in the world. Let's go! I don't know, said Rouge. You were an idiot ass last time at the funerella.
No.
Knuckles.
No, listen to them,
said Knuckles Jr. to Rouge, who was cool, not a nerd.
Go!
God, that baby is a genius,
said Shadow, knowing that he was right and that they should go with them. Tails was the smartest. Okay, said Amy, and they all put their things into bags and left. Knuckles, who was now a baby, made sure to put his camera with him close. Then they told everyone else in the house who was there from the funeral, which was all of the important people that you know, and they ran faster than a boulder to high school. Really? Ran faster than a boulder? Ran faster than someone running away from a boulder, but not ran faster than a boulder. Boulders don't run. Boulders can't run at all. It's not fit. You can't put legs on a boulder. To high school where Sonic's funeral was and where he was put in the ground now, but not covered up yet because they did not get to start. Because the funeral was only a few hours ago and they did not have to do it right away because it was the safest neighborhood. Not like the city where Sonic's body would get stolen and sold for drugs and motorcycles. Now, I hate it when these kids are going to the funeral homes and they're stealing bodies and they're selling them for cocaine and Hayabusas or Kemosabe's, whatever these motorcycles are called. Everyone ran just so fast to the funeral spot. Kemosabe. Really, Brendan? Kawasaki. Spot at the high school, and then they got there. There was Sonic's coffin in the hole. Here we are at the funeral spot now, said Tails to everyone, of course. We gotta get it out. But how? Screamed Amy and started to cry like a girl tea kettle.
God damn it, Amy,
said Tails in a mad serious voice.
Stop acting like a children.
Tails thought Amy was being the Kraken of drama just because... Oh!
Shh, baby, you're being a Kraken. You're being a drama Kraken again.
Because Sonic was dead.
What we need to do is figure out, using our brains, how to get Sonic out of this hole.
Tails rubbed his chin with his smart hands and tried to get his genius brain running like the engine of 10 red cars. Excuse me. Let me get through, please, said a big, retarded voice from the back of the group of people standing around Sonic's hole.
Oh, the lunch lady.
Hey, it's me. I'm Cannon, I am the lunch lady, shouted Tails in a happy way. Hello, children, said the lunch lady, who was also at Sonic's funeral, and Sonic's house after the funeral. The lunch lady was very big and tall and went to Sonic's hole and tossed the coffin right out onto the ground next to it. There you go, said the lunch lady with a face full of smiles. She was deaf, too. There you go.
Cool,
said Tails. Thanks.
Thanks. Shadow, where are you?
Shadow came in from the backer area where it was dark under a tree because Shadow was the darkest person everyone knew, except for Dark Sonic, because Dark Sonic was really real dark.
Here I am, Tails, and here are my jewels, said Shadow as he grabbed his sack. Ready?
Here goes nothing,
yelled Tails like a gay little boy. Don't you hate it when people say that? Don't you hate it when people say that? Shadow grabbed his jewels and made sure all 7 of them were there, and they were there. He was so nervous because if this did not work, they would surely put him under a citizen's arrest for being a public ass. If it did not do this right, he would die, and Tails would too now because he was doing it with him and they would throw rocks at them.
Using these Ultra Chaos Emeralds, said Shadow, I wish up out the gods to grant my wish that you can bring back Sonic back up to normal, healthy life here.
The bag glowed a whole lot and made screamy noises, and a big stick of light came down from the sky and hit the bag. And all of the Ultra Chaos Emeralds started to go crazy. They were making sounds like frogs and trains and horses and hitting into each other and shooting at lights and being basically the circus. Shadow and Tails were squinty with their eyes like the Chinese doctor who touched Sonic's balls.
Wow!
Screamed Amy. Oh my God! Screamed Roche. Cool! Screamed Espio.
What?
Screamed Knuckles.
A miracle!
Screamed Knuckles Jr. Just then Cream got there from being unconscious at her house and screamed,
No way!
Whoa! Screamed Silver.
Oh, wow, really impressive,
said Sonic's really Chinese doctor in a less loud way, and the lunch lady said something too, and so did Sonic's mom and Miss Lesson. Then everything in the world just became super bright, and no one could see a thing for a moment, and they could not hear, they noticed either, because there was a ringing sound in their ears. It was so crazy, like being inside a marshmallow filled with ringing sounds. Then everyone peeked out behind their hands at where they were looking, and all the Ultra Chaos Emeralds were gone, and Sonic's coffin was open. And look! There was Sonic! Sonic was standing on his coffin, where he was, inside, and he was on top of it, smiling, and not black anymore, but a regular old blue Sonic! Yes, it really happened.
Hey guys, what did I miss?
Shouted Sonic in his regular, old, cool way.
Sonic!
Screamed everyone at the same time because they were all there and heard him and saw him together, so it is just natural. They all ran at him, and he went down from the coffin and everyone was hugging, and it was so beautiful to see.
I heard Eggman was laughing at my funeral. What an ass,
said Sonic and laughed because he was the most living person ever now.
Wow, Sonic, you are alive,
said Tails to Sonic.
You bet,
said Sonic and high-fived him, which is already after they hugged because they are best friends, but Sonic hugged everyone else too.
Wow, Sonic, you are really the fastest,
said Knuckles Jr.
You came back to life in 2 days. You beat the world record for coming back to life because it took Jesus 3 days.
Let's call the Guinness Book of World Records up. Hey, buddy, you know Jesus has the record for coming back to life in the shortest amount of days, but I think Sonic's got it now. He got it in 2 days. No, bro, David Copperfield got it in 30 seconds. Dead, right back. He wins. Knuckles Jr. was right. No, he wasn't. David Copperfield. Sonic was the fastest, and is now proved completely.
Sonic, I miss you. I forgive you,
shouted Amy, crying and happy. Amy cried so much. She was such a loser about emotions. Amy, I was thinking a lot about you when I was dead. said Sonic, before typically gay girl Amy cut him off in a rude way.
It doesn't matter, Sonic. I want to become true boyfriend and girlfriend with you now,
screamed Amy and did holding on Sonic's hands. Sonic looked surprised.
Now? Right now?
said Sonic with a question voice.
Yeah, right now,
yelled Amy.
Let them watch. This is true love.
Then Amy leaped out of her clothing except her underwears like a horse, jumping out of a plane, and landed in front of Sonic's body, ready for his grand genitals. And Sonic already had all of his clothes off by the time she started to jump, because he is the fastest.
Yeah, sex!
Shouted Sonic, and he finally revealed his penis. His penis instantly grew to dangerous levels. He swinged it around, and everyone had to duck or jump over it. Sonic's penis was just the biggest penis anyone ever saw. It was like he had the World Trade Center sitting on his balls. His balls were super big too, like beanbag chairs full of olives.
Yes, my measurements were correct, said Sonic's extra Chinese doctor. His penis and the balls are definitely the biggest variable.
Amy was so filled with sex and arousing, her boobs were rock hard. But what? Okay. She opened up her legs, and she was still wearing a panty, but her vagina was really hard too, like a trapdoor to the love basement. Sonic did not care, and he shot his incredible penis right into her vagina, through her girl clothing, and she felt his love immediately. His penis was ice cold, and it was so big that it made up her body, and into her mouth, and she could taste it, and it tasted like money and ice cream. I love you, screamed Sonic, ramming his penis in and out of her body like a drain cleaner.
I love you too,
screamed Amy, trying to make words while Sonic's penis rearranged her internal organs. Sonic took his penis out and beat her boobies back and forth with it, and she loved it. Sonic's pensy was so strong that it made her roll back and forth, and by now, she was so in love that her vagina was shooting whipped cream.
Wait for me,
shouted Sonic, laughing like a millionaire. Millionaire. Not millionaire. Millionaire. Sonic did legendary sex moves to Amy, like picking her up with his penis and doing tricks and brushing her teeth with his penis and letting her walk on it like a tightrope walker. But with his penis, he even put Amy and him into his coffin, and he wiggled his penis back and forth in her vagina while in the coffin, like a beef slinky. Sonic's penis was so big and long and wide that you could fit families inside of it. If you think you have seen a bigger penis, you have not, because Sonic was in love now. Amy's vagina was breathing hard and reaching out for Sonic's penis, and soon he put it back into her vagina and decided to do a final systems check before taking off into the semen sphere. Sonic grabbed his balls and held them back against his body and ran into Amy with his penis, and his penis immediately flooded her vagina with his fresh and creamy s'mores. He shot so much semen into Amy that it was coming out of her ears. Eventually, he took his penis out and shot more out, but like bullets. He even shot one into the sky, and that night, someone noticed Venus was about 10 feet to the right of where it should have been. That is because Sonic's semen bullet hit it.
Sonic, screamed Amy. Marry me.
Amy kneeled up from on the ground, holding a big ring like the one she wore, and held it in front of her face. Sonic looked at it, smiled, and shoved his show-stopping penis right through the ring and into her mouth. And she yelled a passionate sound. One second, I need to replicate this passionate sound. Let's just fill my mouth with some. And Sonic said, "I will marry you." Amy drank all of the semen that she could and grew an inch in height from it. Then Amy took out the real rings that she and Sonic had, and that she had, and Sonic and Amy put them on so they could get married.
You just had sex, screamed Tails. You just became true boyfriend and girlfriend. Congratulations, Sonic and Amy.
Wow, said Espio.
I thought I was a sex professional.
I am seeing true love.
Shouted Rouge. Everyone laughed and cheered as Sonic and Amy finished doing sex and kissed. Everyone laughed and cheered as Sonic and Amy finished doing sexing and kissed each other's penises and vaginas and balls one more time for good luck. Then they put their clothes on that Silver had folded and put in piles for them because he was just a really good, nice guy. And Silver came, and now we're fighting. Now we're fighting Silver, but then we had sex, and then he folded our clothes. It's no use. Hey, shouted Knuckles. Thanks. I got my story now. Knuckles waved a bunch of pictures of Sonic and Amy having sex in the high school garden area and the article he just wrote attached to it.
Cool. I am happy I did help you,
said Sonic, winking, still feeling like Super Sex Sonic. Yes, that is wonderful, said a big voice behind him in an important way. Hello! I am the principal of the high school. Guys, letting you know, canon, I am actually principal, and the lunch lady, and Miss Lesson.
Wow, the president?
Shouted Sonic. Seeing the principal was like seeing a celebrity because he only came out one day every year. Yes, Sonic, you are the best, said the principal.
Yeah, he's, said Amy to the principal. We just had sex right here and he is my true boyfriend now.
The principal laughed and smiled. Wait
just a minute,
yelled Sonic to the principal.
I may be the best at some things, but everyone here is the best at some things. Amy is the best at being nice and having emotions. Tails is the best at being smart and flying. Shadow is the best at doing crimes and driving and being dark, but also being nice. So he is the best at being two things at the same time. Espio is the best at jumping and getting teenage women. Rouge is the best at seducing and being love and a mom. Knuckles is the best at doing high school while still being a baby, and he was the best at fighting before becoming a baby. Knuckles Jr. is the best at being psychic and being cool while still being a baby. Cream is the best at being happy and kind of smart. Silver is the best at acting and being nice and normal and cool. The lunch lady is the best at making people happy and being strong. The Chinese doctor is the best at medical things and Asian abilities. Sonic's mom is the best at cooking and cleaning. Miss Lesson is the best at teaching and being nurse. Vector was the best at biting and making people mad, and Charmy was the best at dancing and singing, but now they are dead. I am the best at being fast, being moral, relieving others, and most other things.
Yeah, said everyone else together to save time, patting each other on the backs and laughing and smiling and cheering because they were all the best in some way. I guess that is true, said the principal. I really want to thank you, though, Sonic. You really have the best morals. Everyone needs to learn from you about what high school is really all about. It is not about drama and being mean and being crazy and getting mad or sad or making other people mad and sad. High school is about falling in love and getting married and maybe having kids. Thank you, Sonic, for showing everyone this. Also, Knuckles, I am very impressed with your story, even though you are just a baby and you passed this year of high school and do not have to go back to the start and pay thousands of dollars in fees and charges. Knuckles cheered and hoorayed like a baby, and the principal shook Sonic's hand and could not help but look at how big Sonic's penis was, even still when it was not out.
Hey,
said Tails to Sonic and everyone.
Today was the last day of school. It is summer now.
Yeah, cool, great, shouted everyone together at the same time. Good, said the principal to everyone and then to Sonic. Now I can do what I want to do, and that is rename high school in your honor. The whole big group of everyone laughed and smiled and walked away towards the sun, ready to have a summer before they would have to return to the new Sonic High School. The end. Author's note. Wow, I am so sad but kind of filled of relief that this is the end of Sonic High School. I got sad at the end and I wanted to make sure it came out just right. I hope you all enjoyed this story as much as it was that I did writing the story. If you have any ideas for another shorter fan fiction you want me to do, send it to me in a message. Blah 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 blah. Please tell all your friends about this story and spread it on the internet so everyone reads it and it becomes even more of a worldwide pheromone. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a year since I started this fan fiction, and it's probably one of my favorite things that I've gotten to read. I really appreciate everyone who's kept watching it, and thank you fucking so much for still being here with me while I do stupid shit on the fucking internet. I really fucking appreciate it. Now that it's finally over, it feels really good to finally be done with this. Now I can move on to other shitty fanfiction and other shitty places. And you know, I don't have to read any more Sonic shit. I can read other shit now. Feels really good. So thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos. They're also things. And if you want to watch Sonic High School from beginning to end again, click up in the top right corner. If you want to watch a video that has nothing to do with my channel whatsoever, click in the bottom left corner. And if you want to buy shirts and shit, click up in the top right corner, top left corner. I'm stupid. Goodbye. I gotta go. I gotta be off. I gotta get emotional because this just, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. It's over. Oh, thank you, God.